Get ready because it's time for Watertown Heroes Baseball.
It's going to be driven into left field, going back. We'll see you later. That one's landed in Kranzberg. Talon Jurgens with the home run. 2-2. That's going to be driven into left field, going back. It's gone. Grand slam for Nate Gray. That is going to be smashed. Right field, going back. It's gone. A walk-off. Watertown will win on a walk-off by Rabine.
Now, let's head to the fields. With the call of tonight's game, here's the voice of Watertown Heroes Baseball, Brent Nathaniel.
Hey, good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Watertown Stadium as we get set for another night of baseball here this evening. I'm Brent Nathaniel, joined by Nate Russell here this evening on Post 17 TV. Glad to have you along. It is seniors night, and the opponents, the Brookings Bandits. Now, Nate, these are always fun games. I love it when we have a home game because I do the home games, but Brookings, they're always a fun opponent.
Yeah, they are an incredibly good baseball team. They bring a lot of fundamentals to the field, and they bring a lot of passion. They have a very strong program over the years, so it's going to be quite the battle out there.
It's going to be a fun one, and we're going to jump right into the pregame show. Earlier today, I talked to the head coach of Post 17 Baseball, Ryan Neal, about tonight's matchup. Well, Coach, you played on Friday. Last game played, you split with Pierre, had to take him to extra innings in game one, but Jonathan Lake had a nice game number two. Just some of your thoughts on the games in Pierre.
Yeah, it's a good split anytime. I mean, if you can go out to Pierre and get a split, I mean, just the early morning, bus trip and from the night before, late night, with Marshall, 6 a.m., probably 5:15 wake up call the next morning and get on the bus out to Pierre and, and be able to come out with a split is always fine, I think. But I think why I'm saying fine is I think we felt like we probably should have came away with the sweep. That first game just had so many chances early in the game to put big numbers up on the board, and we grounded into, I don't know if I've ever seen us ground into so many double plays. I think throughout the day we grounded in 5 double plays in 10 innings for the first 10 innings of the day. So I think we grounded into 3 or 4 of those, and they were all early when we had runners on base, and we had bases loaded and nobody out in first inning, and we get 2 runs, and then we ground in right to do a double play, and that basically killed everything there. So but we still had an opportunity, and I think, you give Pierre credit in game one because, they're down to their last out and down 2 runs. We got Briggsy on the mound, our closer. We take the lead, and then all of a sudden, Terwilliger and Linebrick come out and whack 2 balls hard off the fence. They get a run, they get a blooper, and all of a sudden, within 5 pitches, they tie it up there in the 7th. So credit goes to Pierre definitely in game one for just mounting that little rally there with down to the last out. I mean, so we always just got to continue, guys. You got to play to the last out. You just never know what's going to happen, and we just had missed opportunities there. But it was nice to rebound in game two. Clem threw a nice game for us, gave us a chance to win, and like you said, Jonathan Lake had a heck of a day at the plate for us.
Well, he had a little bit of a time off, had the weekend off, and now a big night tonight against a rival in Brookings. It's also senior night. Before we talk about Brookings, this is a big senior class this year. Talk about them a little bit, if you can remember all the names.
I can, and you just saying that, I mean, I get a little emotional with it, and I probably will tonight. They're special. They are to me and to the baseball community. It's been a ride, and the best thing about tonight is it's not senior night at home in their last game. It's just we're going to honor them today, knowing that we have a couple more, and obviously we have some big ones in July that they're going to still get to continue to play at their home park. But from Hayden to Nathan to Cato to Trey to Mitch to Tal to Chapo. and to Nash. I mean, they're great. They're phenomenal kids. They are so close to each other, and which has made them so successful in their playing days. And it's going to be an emotional night, and it will. But like I said, they know it will make it a little easier just knowing that we still got a couple of more games ahead of us at home. And they're the what's on the line in those games is a little bit more higher end than what is tonight. But they're special. You can't say enough good things about them. And I don't know. I mean, in all my years, coaching, you look. It's going to be tough to beat this class just in general for everything they've done for the community, for the little kids. For myself, for Nick, they love baseball. And you just don't find that very often, a massive group like this, that comes out and loves the game of baseball, and they do so much for everybody else and makes everybody else's job easier. They allow me, say basically my job easier they allow me to go watch my daughter play golf yesterday, for example. Because I know that they're going to do what they need to do at practice yesterday to feel comfortable to get ready for a big, busy week. And it just makes it easy for everybody. And you just can't say enough good things about them.
Well, tonight's Brookings, those boys, I'm sure, have a bad taste in their mouth after the way last year ended in the state tournament. What can you tell me about Brookings this year go around, and who's on the hill tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Brookings, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what the records are. It doesn't matter who's playing, who's pitching. It's Watertown, Brookings. And I'll just because I'm a diehard Michigan fan and everybody knows it's Michigan, Ohio State. I mean, obviously scaled down level, but you get what I mean. I mean, Michigan was a below 500, basically a 500 team, and go beat the number 2 team in the country. And so I think that is just so true in these matchups, because it just doesn't matter because we know that's who we want to beat. We want to beat Brookings. They want to beat Watertown. And, me and Carter Roach down there in Brookings have a great amount of respect for each other in the programs that we operate. And it makes it fun. And I think we started this last year a little bit and just trying to get this rivalry kicked back off for a handful of years with the evolution of high school. We're only playing each other once a year, and that's not a true rivalry of what it used to be when I was playing. We play each other 4 times a year. We get after it, and between Carter and myself, trying to restore this a little bit. And it's fun. But you're spot on. The way things ended down in Brookings last year with it, that was one everybody's got to remember, and you live with it. And we played them earlier in the year, almost 2 months ago, it feels like, in May, and got a split, and we played, I think, a lot better. I mean, that first handful of weeks, I think everybody would agree that it was a very bumpy road and inconsistencies across the board with just the schedule and how everything was operating. So I think we've improved tremendously since that day. And, we'll send 2 of our seniors out on the mound tonight, and Caden Rylance and Talon Juergens. And, that was by design from a while ago. And that's why Cato was on a pitch count on Friday in Pierre. Because we're testing some things out and see how he would recover for longevity here. But so those 2 will get the balls, and hopefully the rain stays away.
Thoughts on the ball game tonight from Post 17 coach Ryan Neal. We'll take our first time out when we come back, starting lineups between Watertown and Brookings. That's coming up your way next. This is Post 17 TV.
As one of the nation's strongest financial organizations, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card have the strength to do good. We support nearly 700 organizations and nonprofits. Our employees give more than 30,000 volunteer hours annually. And we are continually seeking ways to make South Dakota an even better place to live. It's the Premier way. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card.
At Active Heating, you could say we specialize in comfort, heating and air conditioning, plumbing, air and water quality. Active Heating is ready. Too hot or too cold? Our certified comfort experts for Coleman Heating and Cooling Equipment can help. Don't let a leak drain your bank account. Our plumbers can handle it. Improve your air and water quality with an air purifier and reverse osmosis system from Active Heating, your local Coleman dealer. Active Heating of Watertown and Brookings, your comfort experts.
Between working on our farm and being a surgical nurse here at Prairie Lakes for 43 years, my shoulders have been through a lot. I needed a different kind of surgery. It's called a reverse total shoulder replacement. Different shoulders are different. With surgeons like Dr. Johnston here in Watertown, I didn't need a different city, just a different plan.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
You live life on the move. While you determine what direction that may be, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with values. Go with friends. Go with support. Go with convenience.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
Good luck to the Watertown Post 17 baseball team from Tony Arnold Construction. If you're looking for a general contractor for custom homes in and around the Watertown area or are in need of residential, commercial home, and commercial home remodeling, give Tony Arnold Construction a call at 605-880-8497 or email TonyArnoldConstruction@gmail.com. Good luck to the Watertown Post 17 baseball team from Tony Arnold Construction. Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Watertown Post 17 baseball team. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
Know why you see so many commercial landscapers mowing on a Gravely? Because they like to use the toughest, most reliable lawnmowers. Gravely puts that same ingenuity into each of their zero-turn mowers. From big machines with fully welded tubular frames and deep fabricated decks to smaller, easy-to-maneuver units, when you mow on a Gravely, you feel like a pro. If you're a homeowner who takes your lawn care seriously, there's only one choice: Gravely.
Getting set for Watertown and Brookings here this evening. Post 17 TV on YouTube. Glad to have you along wherever you're watching us out there. Brent Nathaniel, Nate Russell here this afternoon. Of course, we are your home for the Class A American Legion baseball tournaments this, starting in 2 weeks. 2 weeks from today. Is it 2 or 3? Let me look. It's 2 weeks. Wow. Where did July already go? 2 weeks from today, we'll have every single game from the state tournaments, including the Watertown games here on Post 17 TV. And you'll be stuck with Nate and myself for all the Watertown games this year. And the folks from Arrow TV helping us out for the state tournaments as well. Going to be a fun time here at Watertown Stadium in 2 weeks from tonight. So make sure you like and subscribe here on YouTube. That way you know when we go live for every single game. And while our final game on Post 17 TV comes next Monday night, Sioux Falls Post 15 comes to town. That is a 5 at 7 o'clock. First pitch, we'll have it right here on Post 17 TV. We'll take another timeout. We're getting set for Watertown and Brookings. This is Post 17 TV. William Neal & Company would like to wish the Watertown Post 17 Legion baseball team good luck this season. Another great team for all your auditing, accounting, and tax preparation needs are the professionals at William Neal & Company, a full-service accounting firm serving the area for over 50 years. Offices located in Watertown and Clark. Give them a call today at 886-6028. That's 886-6028.
At Dynamic Dental, we're here for the whole team. From little leaguers to seasoned pros, we treat your family like part of ours. Cracked a tooth sliding into home? No problem. With same-day crowns, you'll be back in the game in no time. Whether it's wisdom teeth, implants, or dentures, our sedation options will keep you comfortable every step of the way. Clear aligners. Straighten your smile so you can remain confident both on and off the field. Looking good on the field starts with a healthy smile. Call Dynamic Dental today.
Rising Star Hydraulics of Watertown specializes in the fabrication of round, shaped, square, and rectangular tube, as well as solid, flat, and channel stock. Rising Star Hydraulics has a core belief of outstanding customer service. You can expect great service on all orders placed. They track your order from purchase to final inspection, even after it's been shipped. Visit risingstarhyd.com for more information. Good luck to Arrows Baseball this season from Rising Star Hydraulics.
In the heart of South Dakota, where community and traditions thrive, ReliaBank has been a trusted presence for over a century. From our humble beginnings in 1920, we've grown alongside our communities, committed to financial success and community betterment. At ReliaBank, hometown customer service isn't just a promise, it's our legacy. Your success is our success, so let's keep growing together. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 100 years. Experience banking where hometown values still matter.
Midwest Foam and Coatings LLC is a family-owned and operated full-service insulation company specializing in spray foam application and energy efficiency. They offer all types of insulation like spray foam, blown-in cellulose, blown-in fiberglass, and fiberglass bats. Midwest Foam and Coatings also does insulation removal along with specialty coating that can restore rubber and metal roof systems. Visit their website for more information at mwfoam.com. Good luck to the Watertown Post-17 baseball team from Midwest Foam and Coatings.
With over 135 years of combined industry expertise, Persona Triangle is one of the largest full-service facility providers in the U.S. Their custom-tailored, innovative signs and lighting systems can be found in hospitality accommodations, retail settings, restaurants, corporate complexes, healthcare facilities, sporting events and venues, educational institutions, and more. Persona Triangle brings brands to life. For more information, visit PersonaTriangle.com. Good luck to Arrows Baseball from Persona Triangle. Stop into Roy's Sports Shop for the newest and latest apparel, footwear, and equipment for your sports. Whether it's a new bat from Marucci, a glove from Rawlings, a new pair of shoes from Under Armour or Adidas, or a pair of Oakley sunglasses, Roy's Sports Shop has what you need. Check out their online spirit store for apparel from your favorite team or school. Let them know if you'd like to start a new online store for your team or organization. Roy's Sports Shop is a local business that has served our area for the past 50 years. Roy's Sports Shop, East Highway 212, Watertown. Good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Watertown Stadium. The start of this afternoon's contest between the visiting squad, the Brookings Bandits, and the hometown purple and gold Watertown Post-17. First, the starting lineups for Brookings. Batting leadoff, out in right field, Trey Christofferson. The shortstop will bat second in wear number 9, Cooper Schneider. The designated hitter will bat third in wear number 24, Winston Plummer. First baseman will bat fourth in wear number 20, Talon Hyde. Second baseman will bat fifth in wear number 23, Tyson Antonin. The catcher will bat sixth in wear number 17, Jace Bauer. Out in left field, batting seventh in wear number 10, Jay Harris. The third baseman will bat eighth in wear number 3, Nolan Wagner. And the number 9 batter wears number 8, out in center field, John Kaler. Game 1 pitcher for Brookings wears number 15, Breck Wilson. Brookings coached by Carter Roach, assisted by Alec Johnson and Jackson Krogman. Now on your feet, it's time for the starting lineups for the hometown purple and gold Watertown Post-17. Batting leadoff on third base and wearing number 2, Hayden Reese. Out at right field, batting second and wearing number 5, Mitch Olson. The center fielder will bat third and wear number 22, Marcus Pitkin. The shortstop will bat fourth and wear number 23, Nathan Briggs. The first baseman will bat fifth in wear number 14, Talon Jergens. The designated hitter will bat sixth in wear number 12, Ashton Rabine. The second baseman will bat seventh in wear number 7, Triton Hemrick. The catcher will bat eighth in wear number 10, Jonathan Lake. Out in left field, batting ninth and wearing number 1, Cole Henson. And your game 1 pitcher, wearing number 16, Caden Rylance. Watertown's coached by Ryan Neal, assisted by Nick Geffrey and Travis Schmidt. That boy is Phoenix Thomas. Now let's hear it for our travel team of the night, 8U. Introducing Rhett Van Locken, Jack Tadlock, Brooks Haig, Hunter Mack, Oliver Seebeck, Camden Phillips, Lincoln Fisher, Winston Gore, Ethan Stein, Casher Tyson, Brecken Boydston, Andrew Stein, Cooper Van Well, Winston Senek, Brooks Melmer, Alec Henderson, Kaysen McGuire. 8U's coached by Nate Van Lacken and Blake Turbeck. Umpires for this afternoon's contest are Jordan Fass and Dan Lund. This afternoon's contest is being broadcast on Post 17 TV. Now would you please stand to face the flag out in left field for the playing of our national anthem. It's Watertown, it's Brookings. Game 1 of 2 tonight here on Post 17 TV. Make sure you like and subscribe. That way you know when we go live all season long here for Post 17 Baseball. Our last regular season contest coming up on Monday. Sioux Falls Post 15 in Town 5 at 7 o'clock. The first pitch there. Senior nights here at the stadium. We are saluting our seniors. We will have the program between the games. We will stream it here on Post 17 TV. But boy, oh boy, we have a lot of seniors that we're going to be talking about here tonight, and 7 of them are going on to play high school ball here in regionally in South Dakota and also down in Nebraska. Rylance going to be going to SDSU. Hemrick and Reese, both to Mount Marty. Olson to USF. Briggs to Wayne State to Nebraska. Juergens and Berg going to both DSU. So it's good to see some local talent taking on and playing for our local teams for this upcoming season. I'm Brent Nathaniel. He's Nate Russell. Nate's, let's play some ball.
It's time. It's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to this first pitch here.
Watertown wearing their pinstripes. Brookings in the red tops and the gray bottoms. Watertown played Brookings in the high school season, split with them back in May, but if we want to count the Legion season, Watertown walked off Brookings last year here at the stadium. That's actually one of the highlights we have in our opening package, but Brookings got the better of Watertown at the Legion State tournaments in Brookings last July. So I know Watertown probably looking to maybe extract a little revenge, if you will, here against these Bandits, as the first pitch goes down for a ball to Brookings here to Trey Christofferson. So 1 ball, no strikes here to Christofferson as Cato fires in once again. That going to go down for a strike.
Good job getting back even there for Cato.
That pitch is going to be popped up in foul territory and will go foul into the seats. So 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Christofferson.
As the opener, you love to get the leadoff hitter on his heels. Hopefully Cato can get him set down relatively quick. You don't want to see this at bat extend. So be efficient if you're Cato is kind of the name of the game against a leadoff hitter like Christofferson.
Cato pitched Friday, game 1 against Pierre, was on a pitch count specifically to make sure he pitched here senior night tonight. Time is called.
Now, I don't know a lot about Cato's repertoire, but I'm going to guess he probably doesn't have 7 pitches, so probably a little bit of mind games there.
Here's the 1-2 toss. That's going to take a hop in the dirt. Count evens up now at 2-2. Game 1 of 2 here this afternoon. Senior nights at the stadium. Come on by, grab yourself a burger. Swung on and missed for strike number 3. And the first out of the inning and the first K for Cato here tonight. So the plate now is Cooper Schneider, the shortstop for the Bandits.
Good job elevating on that pitch by Cato to get Christofferson set down. Kind of set him up low and then change the eye levels.
The first pitch into Schneider goes down low for a ball. Now Cato, in that region game in the high school season, 19 strikeouts against Pierre. And on Friday, even though he was on a pitch count, as that one goes foul, count is 1-1. Told Coach Neal, I'm going for 20. 20 strikeouts. Didn't quite get there on Friday against Pierre.
It's always good to have goals. 20's lofty, but in high school baseball, Legion baseball, it's not impossible.
I still remember getting the text from Coach Neal and confirming that it was indeed 19 Ks. As I write up the stories for the social media and send it out to the media here locally, and I had to confirm it was 19 Ks. That one's going to be sent in. A good grab there by Briggs from his knees. Tossed it over, but it will not be in time.
Wonderful range there by Briggs. Get that ball. That thing was lined right back up the middle, ticketed for center, and he got enough of it to keep it in range. The throw, just a little bit too much to have to gather and throw it over there, so not quite in time.
Difficult throw when you're at your knees there, trying to find position, trying to find your man, but he did a great job. Winston Plumer, the designated hitter now for Brookings, steps into the batter's box. First pitch goes down for a strike. No balls, 1 strike here to Plumer.
Curious to see if Coach Roach decides to run here. Cato, good velocity. Lake, no slouch behind the plate, so.
Runner goes, ball called, throw to second. Did he get the tag? He did. What a throw there from Lake to Hemerick. And there's 2 away.
As a catcher, we're taught to keep that ball low, almost even if you have to bounce it once in there. Lake's throw a little bit high, but plenty of time to get that tag slapped down.
Ball called there. 2-1 and Plumer. So the bags are now clear. 2 away. Swung on and missed, makes it even at 2-2.
Based on Plumer's swing there, I would think they're going to set something low and away here. Looked like he pulled out on that one.
Big swing and a miss, strike number 3. And Brookings goes down in the order here in the first inning. No runs, 1 hit, no one left on bag. We're off to the bottom of the first, scoreless between Watertown and Brookings. This is Post 17 TV.
I'm bored.
When you need a little fun, head to the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day. Have all your favorites and all kinds of fun. Make it a buffet day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
In many sports, a winning team needs strength, strategy, and amazing execution. The same is true for investing. Wells Fargo Advisors is here to help you reach your goals with customized strategies and sophisticated planning tools. Wells Fargo Advisors, professional advice, innovative insights, a team that's invested in you. In Watertown, call Heath Rylands today at 605-882-7145. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer, and a separate non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo Company.
Oh wow, look at that mower. It's a Skag mower. Man, that looks like a comfortable ride. The job it's doing on that yard, it's knocking it out of the park. And boy, that mower can move. What I wouldn't do to have that mower.
What's the call,
The moment you know you want a Skag. Skag. Simply the best.
Reese, Olson, and Pitkin due up for Watertown. Bottom of the first inning, scoreless between Watertown and Brookings. Brett Nathaniel, Nate Russell along with you here tonight, Post 17 TV. Make sure you like and subscribe. That way you're ready to go in 2 weeks. Class A Legion baseball tournaments. Every single game from the tournaments will be right here on Post 17 TV. So Reese will step in, batting .324 on the year. Pitcher for Brookings is Breck Wilson.
Going to be important if you're Watertown, get a quick start here. So I'm curious to see if Reese attacks the first pitch or gets a good look at it.
That first pitch will go down for a strike. 1 ball, no strikes to Hayden Reese. That one's low, 1-1.
So far, based on the warm-up, couple of slower pitches. The fastball didn't look to be moving, but typically in warm-ups, they don't show you a lot either. So
that is going to be popped up, shallow rights. Coming in, Christofferson. He'll grab it for the first out of the inning. F9, 1 away, and to the plate now is Mitch Olson. Mitch batting .406 on the year.
curious to see how much he gets here. Left-handed batter stepping in, a guy that throws a lot of moving pitches. We'll see if he gets one.
First pitch goes high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Mitch Olson. You're coaching 16U this year, correct?
Correct. Our team is actually right now down in Brandon, taking on Brandon Valley for basically we're setting up the last week of the season.
So what are some of the important things down at 16U you like to coach so that way those kids are ready when they start to move up into JL and into the Legion seasons?
A lot of the things that we talk about at the 16U level is basically paying attention to little things that are going on, making sure that we're prepped before each pitch. We're watching to see how this batter swings, things like that, to really just kind of help make sure fine details are there.
Olson was hit by the pitch, so a man on here for Watertown. To the plate now is Marcus Pitkin.
Pitkin, the right hitter, up with a guy on. Curious to see if Coach Neal tries to find a way to get him over into scoring position here.
That is going to be popped up and will go foul. 0-1 to Marcus Pitkin, batting .316 on the year.
Offensively at the 16U level, and really this kind of carries throughout all of baseball, really focusing on seeing that ball from the pitcher's hand, because at that 16U jump, you get a lot of guys can throw a lot better pitches.
Scooped up there by Antonin. Out at second. Relay to first is not in time. So the outs will be on second base for Mitch Olson. And Pitkin will reach on the fielder's choice after running that one out. 2 away.
Good job by Pitkin there getting down the line. Olson did a good job of making sure that he came in hard at second, making sure that's not an easy turn. I can't say how much he affected the throw, but obviously the throw's off enough. So having that pressure makes a big difference.
Nathan breaks to the plate now here for Watertown, batting .276 on the year. First pitch goes down for a strike. Runner goes as that one is fouled away. 0-2 here to Briggs.
Curious if Pitkin tried to take that on his own on the timing or if that was actually an intended hit and run. Be interesting to hit and run with your 4-hitter, but not unheard of. But the swing also didn't scream hit and run either.
0-2 here to Briggs. As that is a grounder, going to take the hop there, and the easy out at second is made. And it's the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, and one left on bag. We played one complete scoreless between the Bandits and the Arrows. This is Post 17 TV.
At Dakota Bodies, made to order is their middle name. They build premium and custom utility bodies for your unique needs. Dakota Bodies goes beyond customization, designing, engineering, and manufacturing service and utility bodies to your exact specifications. If standard isn't up to your speed, they've got you covered. Are you looking to learn more about their custom utility bodies? Visit dakotabodies.com. Good luck to Arrows baseball this season from the crew at Dakota Bodies.
Your starting lineup for KXLG Radio. Leading off at the front desk, Lori Kane. On the air, your power hitters, Jeremy Herbold, Ben Dilla, Jan Robson, Tim Williams, Gary Weckworth, Robin Givens, Doreen Foster, and Jaden Thomas. If it's news, Steve Jurens hits it out of the park. In sales, your closers, Andy Turback, Ben Dilla, Nicole Kraus, and Brody Reese. And skipper, Melissa Herbold. KXLG, your locally owned community radio station, still undefeated.
Hyde, Antonin, and Bauer due up here for Brookings. Top half of the second inning. Scoreless between the Bandits and the Arrows. First pitch into Hyde and went down for a ball. Swung on and missed on that one. 1-1. Brookings went down in the order in the first. Did get a hit off of Schneider. He was thrown out, though, trying to steal seconds. Chase that one in the dirt.
That's the kind of chase a guy like Rylance can have when you've got good speed and then you've got enough that it's just going to dive and the batter's just left standing there going, well, I hope I'm on time for the right one.
Outside, 2-2. Hyde, the first baseman here for Brookings. He's going to send that one right to Hemmerich. He'll scoop it up. Toss across is not in time, and that's going to be a low toss, and reaching will be Hyde on the error here by Watertown.
That's a play. It's really tough as a second baseman because you have everything that happens in front of you, and you go to make that throw, and you know I have plenty of time, or I know I got to speed it up. And that tends to happen for second baseman where you go to make this throw and just it's right there. It's 40 feet away, and you just short arm it sometimes.
To the play now, Tyson Antonin. So Brookings going to man on here in the second. First pitch, bunt shown. That's going to be popped up, and will go foul. 1-1 here to Tyson Antonin.
Roach for Brookings looking to get a little action going, knowing runs are going to be at a premium, so try and scratch a couple where you can, trying to get the runner in motion at the least.
These games are always my favorite, Watertown Brookings. There have been times where there has been chirping from both benches, and some things were said probably shouldn't have been said out there. Then there's times like this where it's, very cordial, everybody just kind of hanging out, but you can tell the atmosphere is there, and these two teams, they don't like each other, and they both they want to win. So the throw to first is not its time.
Yeah, the proximity being basically just a little over a half hour down the road makes a big difference. You see a lot of each other across a lot of different sports, and you get a tremendous respect, but also sometimes they get you.
That one's going to take a hop past Lake, and reaching second will be Hyde. 1-2 here to Antonin. I think I would akin it to, well, you're taking the big job at Florence Henry for coaching football this year. You're going to have the battle for the helmets with Waverly South Shore this year. Those are always fun games to call between those two.
Yeah, it's always a great game. Last year got a little lopsided in the second half, but they're always good competitive games.
Oh, what a grab there by Briggs to make it a double play.
That ball was lined, had pretty good steam. Briggs gets that ball kind of ranging, and it's already taken him towards second. The hitter, generally speaking, you get told before the pitch happens or before the at-bat, on a line you got to freeze. And I don't know if he just didn't realize that it was lined right at Briggs, or if he just thought that ball is lined and there's no way he gets there.
So the bags clear out, and it's Jace Bauer. First pitch goes down for a ball, 2-away.
It's always good as a pitcher when you get into, I'm not going to say jam, definitely not a jam with a single runner on, but you get somebody there, it's a threat, and then you find one pitch that erases both guys.
Well, especially when that runner reached on the air there to begin this, the second inning. Good to get him out and kind of move on from that. 1-2 the count here to Bauer. It's going to be low, 2-2.
Cato really efficient attacking the zone in the first inning, getting towards the bottom of the order, kind of throwing some sprays up there at the zone this inning. Love to see as you get kind of towards the bottom of this order, you get a little bit more efficient at attacking the zone, generally speaking. And this is still Legion baseball. They're still going to be good players, but you get towards the bottom of the order, there's a reason they're there and not at the top.
2-2 the count here to Bauer. 2 away. Top half of the second inning, scoreless between the Arrows and the Bandits. Big swing and a miss, strike number 3. And the third K for Cato here this evening. No runs, no hits, no one left on bag. We're off to the bottom of the second inning, scoreless between the Arrows and the Bandits. This is Post 17 TV.
At Plains Commerce Bank, we don't just work in your community. We're a part of it. This is our home, where you'll find us lending a helping hand, cheering for our favorite team, or sharing a meal. It's what we do, what we've always done, and we'll continue to be here for you as long as you need us. We're Plains Commerce Bank, committed to our community's future.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger and add chicken McNuggets for $1. Because 6 finals calls for a 6-piece chicken McNuggets. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
5, 6, and 7 batters up for Watertown, bottom of the second inning. It'll be Juergens, Rabine, and Himmerich. Brett Nathaniel, Nate Russell along with you here tonight, Post 17 TV. 2 weeks from tonight, the State A Legion baseball tournaments will be right here at Watertown Stadium, and every single game of that tournament will be here on Post 17 TV. You get Nate and myself for the Watertown games and one more each night, so doubleheaders. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an incredible tournament. You get the best of the best, and it always makes for great baseball games.
I'll bring up the region rankings here in a moment. We'll talk a little bit about that. That's not the right link. That's the right link for the PowerPoints. So Talon Juergens steps into the batter's box, batting .200 on the season, takes first pitch, goes up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Talon.
And I know the arrows went down pretty quietly in the bottom of the first, but really making a lot of noise, making a lot of contact. Those are good things to build on.
Out there is Antonin and Hyde that connects for 3, and there's 1 away. So 2 weeks from tonight, it goes kind of something like this. The latest PowerPoints were updated yesterday, and who you'd expect. Rapid 22 right at the top of that one, followed up by Watertown, Sioux Falls East at 3, then Yankton and Brandon Valley. Then it's Renner 307 Royals, your defending champs, Harrisburg Gold, Pierre, Brookings, and then Huron. Those are your top 10 for the Legion. Of course, top 16 make it. Watertown, the automatic qualifier this year, hosting the tournaments. Ashton Rabine in the box. First pitch swung on and missed for a strike. Ashton batting .235 on the year. That is a grounder, going to take a hops. Scooped up there by Schroeder, over to first, and Hyde inside. Second out of the inning. 6-3, 2 away. And to the plates now is Trayton Hemrick.
And this is the hard part against a pitcher like Brookings has out there. You have a guy that throws a lot of things that are right there in the zone. It's hard to square that ball up when it's doing that much dancing. So they're making a lot of contact, which is good. That's step 1. Now they got to find a way to start squaring it up.
First pitch goes down for a strike on the corner here to Trayton Hemrick, who's batting .246 on the year. Outside, 1-1.
And the hard part against a pitcher like this, you're going to get a fastball at some point during your at-bat. You're probably only going to get one, though. And so the approach is you're looking to hunt a fastball, but you got to be ready for it. Because if you miss it, that's the only one you're probably getting.
Up high there, 2-1. 2 away, nobody on. Bottom of 2, scoreless between the Arrows and the Bandits. Wilson fires in. Oh, gets Hemrick right in the shoulder. Second hit by a pitch here by Wilson, and Watertown will get a man on with 2 outs.
And that's the hard part for Brookings. You throw a guy up there that throws a lot of balls that move. Sometimes you're going to throw one and it's not going to move. And if you're trying to make sure you're covering the inside, which is incredibly important when you have to make sure you establish all corners, sometimes they're going to run up and in and you're going to catch a guy. It's a free base runner for the Arrows, which you love to see.
Jonathan Lake to the plate now here for Watertown. Had a heck of a ball game against Pierre in game number 2. 3 hits and 4 at-bats. He'll take that first pitch low for a ball.
Pretty quick delivery. It's going to be tough for Hemrick to try and take this. But with a guy that throws a lot of breaking balls, this is kind of your time you need to come get him.
Runner goes, ball called, throw to second. Reaching safely will be Hemrick with the steal and a close play at second.
Great slide by Hemrick there to really attack that back corner of the base. He saw the throw coming down, knows, hey, most second basemen, most middle infielders are looking to get this ball early and snap it down. Sliding away helped protect him from that tag there.
And in 2 weeks, with the help of Aero TV, we'll have replay. It'll be awesome.
We'll slow it down, and you'll see how awesome the slide was.
2-0 here to Lake with a man on second. That pitch goes down for a ball. 3-0 now to Lake.
If you're Coach Neal, you love that you have a guy in scoring position. It's tough, though, to have it at 2 outs right now.
That is a grounder, and came off the third baseman's glove. Got a ricochet into center field. That's going to score 1. We'll get a throw to second, and it will not be in time, and the Arrows will score first and lead the Bandits 1-0 on an error there on the third baseman.
Against a team like the Arrows, you can't really afford to give away too many outs, and really Brookings there giving away 2 errors. First, that ball comes off the third baseman's glove. Yes, I understand he's having to range to his glove side to go get it, but that's as close to a routine play as you get in Legion baseball. And then the throw coming in at second, if that throw's on the money, Lake's dead in the water. However, that throw well off the base lets him get second base and another runner in scoring position for the Arrows.
Cole Hansen to the plate now here for Watertown. Lake will head to seconds on the air. Bunt shown. That pitch is going to go high. Cole Hansen has had some great bunts this year.
I think if it's anybody else, bunting on 2 outs, even showing it, doesn't make a lot of sense. But with the way that Hansen handles the bat.
Strike the call, 1-1.
Legitimate threat even on 2 outs. Now Brookings, third baseman, getting a little direction to back up a little bit on 2 outs. They think he's mostly bluffing it until he gets a strike in.
1-1 the count here to Hansen. That one's going to go high. 2-1.
And the other thing, if you're Hansen, that does for you is it forces that pitcher to just think. Think about something additional to just throwing strikes, which is enough to really start spraying that ball around the zone instead of in it.
2-1. Bunt shown again. That one's going to go high. 3-1. And as you said right there, really kind of picking their spots here where they're looking to toss this one. Wilson fires in. Bunt shown. Going to go high. Ball 4. That was a great at-bat there by Cole Hansen. And there's 2 on here for Watertown.
And when you see the ball as well as Hansen appears to be seeing it, number 1, you get the bunts down the way he does. But number 2, not even really considering offering it any of those. It means he's seeing the ball really well out of the hand, which when you're going well, that's a really easy thing to do. So all of those pitches, some of them were a little bit close, and he was able to not even attempt to offer at it, which is good.
2 on and 2 out for Watertown here in the bottom of the second inning. We go back up to the top of the order, the second time through the order. Now it's Hayden Reese. First pitch, runners go. That's going to be a ball. Throw to third and reach safely. A double steal here for Watertown.
I love the double steal here. I know it's Lake running. As a catcher, you don't necessarily have the greatest speed. It's a right-handed batter up. That catcher's got to clear around him. And also it's your leadoff hitter up. If something goes sideways and you end up getting thrown out, you have the top of your order up. Not a bad steal there.
That pitch will go up and away for a ball. 2-0 here to Hayden Reese. Ball there. 3 balls, no strikes to Reese. And if we play on, it'll be Mitch Olson to the plate.
Really good spot here for your leadoff hitter. Reese flew out to right field last time. A little bit of soft contact. If you get something a little more firm.
Catching the corner there, 3-1.
If he gets a ball that he can hit a little bit harder, there are 2 guys waiting to plate here.
Wilson fires in. That is a little dribbler past the mound, scooped up by Schrader, and tossed to first in time for the final outs of the inning. 6-3 in the final out. Watertown will tack on a run and actually get no hits in that inning and strand 2 on bag. We're off to the third inning. The Arrows on top, 1-0. This is Post 17 TV.
As one of the nation's strongest financial organizations, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card have the strength to do good. We support nearly 700 organizations and nonprofits. Our employees give more than 30,000 volunteer hours annually. And we are continually seeking ways to make South Dakota an even better place to live. It's the Premier way. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card.
At Active Heating, you could say we specialize in comfort, heating and air conditioning, plumbing, air and water quality. Active Heating is ready. Too hot or too cold? Our certified comfort experts for Coleman Heating and Cooling equipment can help. Don't let a leak drain your bank account. Our plumbers can handle it. Improve your air and water quality with an air purifier and reverse osmosis system from Active Heating, your local Coleman dealer. Active Heating of Watertown and Brookings, your comfort experts.
Between working on our farm and being a surgical nurse here at Prairie Lakes for 43 years, my shoulders have been through a lot. I needed a different kind of surgery. It's called a reverse total shoulder replacement. Different shoulders are different. With surgeons like Dr. Johnston here in Watertown, I didn't need a different city, just a different plan.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
Top of the third inning we go. 1-0 Arrows. Brookings will send the bottom of the order. Harris, Wagner, and Kaler. Watching some storms just off to our south and to our west. That's not the way we want them to come. Now towards the Bryant and the DeSmet areas. So we'll keep our eye on that one here this evening.
Would really love to see Rylance be incredibly efficient here. You've got the 7, 8, 9 up. You can keep it clean here and get yourself to the bottom of the third with a lead.
Did he go? Did not. So it'll be a ball 1-1 here to Harris as Cato's at 29 pitches. Two and one.
There we get a strike across. A big fastball. You can see why SDSU loves Rylance.
3-1.
Batter for Brookings, just stretching it out a little bit, making sure he's ready.
Caught him there in the corner. Full count now at 3-2. That one goes foul. Still a full count, 3-2.
That fastball riding in, I wouldn't be surprised if they go something soft away here. A little bit of a cutter or slider, maybe a changeup. He's got a changeup grip held, but I imagine he'll change it.
That's going to go outside for ball 4. So the leadoff man gets on here for Brookings in the top of the third inning. Nolan Wagner due up next.
Pretty classic setup there. You go hard in on the hands, get that guy kind of thinking about that, go soft away. That time Rylance not able to hold the corner to it, overthrew it just a little bit. So ends up with a walk. Hopefully we can get a ground ball here, see if we can erase it.
Wagner, the number 8 hitter, shows bunts, pops up, and coming in will be Reese to make the grab for the first out of the inning. One away.
Bunting against a guy like Caden is incredibly difficult, in part because he throws such a firm fastball, but also in part because he's going to throw it at varying levels. And so instead of knowing he's going to live in one spot and be able to get your bat there, you have to adjust to it. And with that big a fastball, there's a small margin for error there.
John Kaler to the plate now for the Bandits with 1 on and 1 out. Cato fires in first pitch, swung on and missed for a strike. 1-1 here to Kaler, the center fielder for the Bandits in game 1.
Based on that swing, I would say Jurgens and Himrich should be on their toes here. Probably a ground ball coming their way.
Outside, 1-1. Cato fires in and up high, 2-1.
Smart move by Cato here. Just resetting a little bit, getting his legs back under him, making sure his eyes are on the target. 9-hitter here. You kind of don't want to mess around to get to the top of the order.
2-1. Got the corner there. 2-2.
Another fastball riding middle in. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes something moving away here, trying to induce that rollover. Maybe get a 4-6-3 here.
Swung on and missed for strike number 3. The 4th K for Cato and the 2nd out of the inning. Back up to the top of the order, the 2nd time through the order now for the Bandits. It's Trey Christofferson.
And that time Cato opting for the, we're not going to fool around with this. I'm just going to give you the fastball. Let's see what you can do with it.
First pitch goes for a strike.
I'm expecting here Roach for Brookings probably getting this runner in motion, top of the lineup up. Like we said in the bottom of the 2nd here, if your runner gets thrown out, you still got the top of the lineup up here.
Strike there, 0-2 to Christofferson. Christofferson struck out in his last at-bats in the 1st inning.
I would expect it here, trying to save the at-bat for your leadoff. I'm definitely surprised.
Ball the call, 1-2 the count. That is going to hit through the gap into right field. That'll be a base hit and a single here for Christofferson in the inning. A 2-out hit, and there's 2 on for the Bandits. To the plate is Cooper Schneider.
Another pitfall of not running your batter or your base runner there. That's a good shot into the right field hole there to go first to third, where you didn't get the guy in motion. That ball was stung hard enough. You don't have an opportunity since you weren't already going.
Schneider's first pitch is a strike. Schneider had 1 of 2 Brookings hits in this ball game. Had a single in the 1st, but was threw out trying to steal seconds. That one's a ball, 1-1. 2 on, 2 out. Top of 3. Arrows on top, 1-0. Trying to beat the weather here at the stadium.
Good
strike.
Good job there by Rylance. A change in looks, making sure there's not a timing element there, making that runner have to think about it.
Got him. Struck him out. Strike number 3. And the 5th K for Cato in the inning. No runs, 1 hit, 2 left on bag. To the bottom of 3 we go. Arrows on top of the Bandits, 1-0. This is Post 17 TV.
You live life on the move. While you determine what direction that may be, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with values. Go with friends. Go with support. Go with convenience.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
Financial investments are very important, but so are the investments of time, patience, and encouragement our young athletes receive from their coaches, teachers, and mentors. That's why Edward Jones is a proud sponsor of the Watertown Post-17 baseball team. Contact your local Edward Jones financial advisor for your investment needs by visiting edwardjones.com. Edward Jones, member SIPC.
To the bottom of the third inning we go. Watertown will send to the plate 2, 3, and 4. Olson, Pidkin, and Briggs. Brent Nathaniel, Nate Russell along with you here tonight. Post-17 TV. 2 weeks from tonight's Class A American Legion baseball tournaments will be here at the stadium, and every single game of that tournament will be here on Post-17 TV. Olson steps in. Breck Wilson remains on the hill for Brookings. I'll get you his pitch count coming up here in a moment. First pitch goes outside for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here for Olson. He's hit by a pitch in his last at bat in the first. Got thrown out. He's going to go for a ball. 2-0.
Olson's second time at the plate here, getting some pretty good looks. Wouldn't be surprised if he squares one up, but it's still relatively early. I would say he's probably going to get something to hit here.
Like that's going to send that one into right field. Coming in from center will be Kaler. That'll be the first out of the inning. By the way, Wilson had 35 pitches. So there's one away. Into the plate now is Marcus Pidkin.
And that there, Brent, is a good example of something that we talk about at the 16U level. You're up 2-0 in the count. Know the situation. Expect you're going to get something to hit. Olson, that time, ready for it. Again, just missed it. I think he's going to have a solid one here in his next at-bat.
First pitch, grounder right to the shortstop. Schrader over to Hyde for the second out on the 6-3. 2 away.
On one hand, if you're Coach Neal, you're really happy with the fact that we're getting a lot of pitches to hit and we're making a ton of contact. In baseball, that's something that's really hard to keep the mentality of hitting the baseball is job number one. And the arrows are hitting the ball all over the place, just nothing firm yet.
Nathan Briggs to the plates. First pitch will go down for a ball. Briggs lined out, it's right to the shortstop, but his last at-bat's in the first. Swung on and missed, 1-1.
And that's the thing against a pitcher like this you can't do, is help him out by chasing. He's not going to throw you a lot that's in the zone. You can't go fishing for ones.
Outside, 2-1.
A little bit better approach there by Briggs. He saw that ball really well. Knew it was not even close, made sure that he just got good eyes on it.
Sends that one down the first base line, scooped up there by Hyde. It's a 1-2-3 inning here for the Arrows. 3 completes, we're off to 4. Arrows on top, 1-0. This is Post-17 TV.
Know why you see so many commercial landscapers mowing on a Gravely? Because they like to use the toughest, most reliable lawnmowers. Gravely puts that same ingenuity into each of their zero-turn mowers. From big machines with fully welded tubular frames and deep fabricated decks to smaller, easy-to-maneuver units, when you mow on a Gravely, you feel like a pro. If you're a homeowner who takes your lawn care seriously, there's only one choice: Gravely.
William
Neal & Company would like to wish the Watertown Post-17 Legion baseball team good luck this season. Another great team for all your auditing, accounting, and tax preparation needs are the professionals at William Neal & Company, a full-service accounting firm serving the area for over 50 years. Offices located in Watertown and Clark. Give them a call today at 886-6028. That's 886-6028.
At Dynamic Dental, we're here for the whole team. From little leaguers to seasoned pros, we treat your family like part of ours. Cracked a tooth sliding into home? No problem. With same-day crowns, you'll be back in the game in no time. Whether it's wisdom teeth, implants, or dentures, our sedation options will keep you comfortable every step of the way. Clear aligners. Straighten your smile so you can remain confident both on and off the field. Looking good on the field starts with a healthy smile. Call Dynamic Dental today.
Plummer High at Antonin. The 3, 4, and 5 hitters due up here for Brookings as Cato continues his crusade up on the hill in the top of the 4th. First pitch goes for a ball.
And I'm not surprised that pitch is thrown there. Plummer, a lot of holes in the swing, especially up.
Pop that one and foul that one into the parking lots, 1-1. Cato at 50 pitches coming into the inning. Outside, 2-1.
And that pitch again, kind of in that area they're targeting, up and in, trying to get over that bat.
Swung on and missed, 2-2.
Especially Plummer, a really big kid in the box, but also really long swing. Everything is arms extended.
Got him, rung him up, strike 3. And the 5th K for Cato, the first out of the inning. Talon High to the plate now for the Bandits.
Good start of this inning for Rylance, getting a pretty efficient strikeout there. No stress.
First pitch goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Hyde. Reached on the error back in the second. Both teams with an error in the game. Up high again, 2-0.
Rylance working with some pace, maybe benefit from slowing it down just a touch.
Outside, 3-0. Kind of see a little frustrated there for Rylance as he got that pitch back.
And I've worked with both of these umpires for a number of years. The umpire behind the plate, definitely known for being a little bit more hitter-friendly, right? If that ball's there, he'll call it, but he's not going to go get some sometimes.
Ball 4. So base on balls, and a man gets on here for Brookings in the 4th. To the plate now, Tyson Antonin. Watching some storms. That storm down into Smith, severe warned. Also some storms up Florence to Clark right now. So we're trying to at least get one game in. We're kind of playing beat the weather here at the stadium on senior nights. First pitch goes down for a strike.
The good news is Legion baseball, especially this game right now, pretty good pace. So I think getting one in won't be the biggest fear.
Ball. 1-1 to Antonin, who lined out right to the shortstop in the second.
That pitch, a good example of a ball that starts high, has a lot of break to it, but it's got to cross the plate in some fashion.
2-0. Excuse me, 2-1. Lake going to come out and chats with Cato here real quick. And while we get a moment, sure you'll like and subscribe, Post 17 TV. That way you know when we go live. Our last regular season game Monday night against Sioux Falls Post 15, 5 and 7 o'clock there. And while you're doing that, make sure you like Post 17 Baseball on social, Facebook, X, if people still do that, Instagram, At Post 17 Baseball, we post score updates, game recaps, and tell you where you can watch games and all that fun stuff. It's at Post 17 Baseball on the socials. That one's going to be fouled into the backstop, 2-2.
Really good instinct by Lake there to go talk to your pitcher. He had a tough at-bat the one before. This one hasn't started the way we wanted. Go just get his legs rested for a second, let him get under him, get his focus back into where it needs to be, and immediately attacks the zone.
Man on first is high. It is. That one is going to be sent into left center. Coming on will be Pitkin from center to make the second out of the inning.
Really good job there by, I believe it's Hansen in left, recognizing that the center fielder has taken charge, break off. The thing that you'd love to see there, though, is when he starts peeling off, peel back and go back that up. Just in case the sun gets in Marcus's eyes or something, then we have a guy there not having to scramble for it. So little things, right? Those are the little things in the game that make a big difference.
Jace Bauer to the plate for the Bandits. He'll take in a first pitch for a strike. Bauer struck out in his only at-bats back in the second. 2 away and 1 on. Top of the fourth inning. Arrows on top 1-0. Ball there, 1-1.
And going back to Lake going out and settling Cato in, it's not something you can teach to a catcher. It's an instinctual thing about recognizing the flow of the game.
Popped up and we'll go foul into the seats. 1-2 to Bauer.
A lot of behind the baseball, a lot of swings that are pushing baseballs to the right side. Wouldn't be surprised if Cato just gives him a fastball to challenge here. Maybe that sinker running in. He threw a great one to end the last inning.
1-2. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. And the 6th K for Cato in the ball game. No runs, no hits, 1 left on back. To the bottom of the fourth we go. Arrows on top of the Bandits, 1-0. This is Post 17 TV.
At Dynamic Dental, we're here for the whole team. From little leaguers to seasoned pros, we treat your family like part of ours. Cracked a tooth sliding into home? No problem. With same-day crowns, you'll be back in the game in no time. Whether it's wisdom teeth, implants, or dentures, our sedation options will keep you comfortable every step of the way. Clear aligners. Straighten your smile so you can remain confident both on and off the field. Looking good on the field starts with a healthy smile. Call Dynamic Dental today.
Rising Star Hydraulics of Watertown specializes in the fabrication of round, shape, square, and rectangular tube, as well as solid, flat, and channel stock. Rising Star Hydraulics has a core belief of outstanding customer service. You can expect great service on all orders placed. They track your order from purchase to final inspection, even after it's been shipped. Visit RisingStarHYD.com for more information. Good luck to Arrows Baseball this season from Rising Star Hydraulics.
In the heart of South Dakota, where community and traditions thrive, ReliaBank has been a trusted presence for over a century. From our humble beginnings in 1920, we've grown alongside our communities, committed to financial success and community betterment. At ReliaBank, hometown customer service isn't just a promise, it's our legacy. Your success is our success, so let's keep growing together. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 100 years. Experience banking where hometown values still matter.
Bottom of the fourth inning, Watertown will send Juergens, Rabine, and Hemmerich to the plates here. Brock Wilson still continues up on the hill for the Bandits. The only run so far for the Arrows came back in the second. Got that 1 run on no hits and 2 left on bag. Watertown has stranded 3 on bag so far in the ball game, and it's been, well, it's really whoever gets that that first run might just win this ball game. As between these two teams, just 2 hits, and both of those go to Brookings.
And right now, I mean, the book doesn't look real good. You've got a lot of ground outs, a lot of line outs, but really this game might come down to hitting it where somebody isn't.
That one is going to be sent into shallow right, and coming screaming in will be Kaler from center for the first out of the inning.
A prime example. That fly ball is, about where the outfielders are playing. It's almost ticketed for an alley. It's not hit super hard, but it's soft enough that those guys are just able to range over and collect it.
Ashton Rabine will step to the plate now here for the Arrows. First pitch goes for a strike. Ashton drawing the DH duties here in this game number 1.
Curious to see if he sees another fastball this at-bat. Like I talked about earlier, most guys get one.
That's going to be sent down the first base line and will drop foul. Rabine going to drop of the hole now at 0-2.
Good thought process there by Rabine to try and hit that where it's pitched. Few balls have been rolled over, almost like they're taking that pull swing and cause some kind of soft contact. That time hitting with the pitch, just not able to keep it in play.
Wilson fires. Up high, 1-2 the count. Ground ball, playable there. Wagner at third, picks it up. Toss across too high, and reaching will be Rabine. A too-high toss from Wagner there on a routine play, and Watertown will get a man on.
And that, a pretty good example of the third baseman had to reach out off the hop, make a barehanded snag. But the hard part about that is it looks really good, but as a player, your clock starts to tick just a little bit quicker. He probably had time to get his feet under him to make that throw, and that one sailed high.
Will score it on an error, the second one for Brookings in the game. And to the plate is Trayton Hemerick as the throw to first is not in time.
Not a bad move there.
I really like the majors rule this year where you can only toss over twice before it's a balk. That has really done things to the game, as that one is a ball called, and taking seconds will be Rabine.
It really makes you pick and choose your spots where now, like in the majors, it's probably a little bit more predictable that steal's coming because he doesn't have as many opportunities. Really good swipe of the bag there, really good jump.
1-0 to Hemerick as he's going to take that one off the old elbow pad, hit by a pitch, third one of the ball game. And there's 2 on here for Watertown with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning. To the plate now is Jonathan Lake.
Really good opportunity here for the Arrows. Coach Roach for the Bandits going to come out, and really what he's going to ask about is, did he actually make an attempt to get out of the way, or was it more turning into the pitch? Pretty brief discussion there. Roach and the umpire Fast pretty familiar with each other, so pretty cordial discussion and pretty quick.
Won't be like Ron Gardenhire. Lake into the batter's box here for Watertown. 2 on. First pitch. He's going to send that one into left center, and coming in will be Kaler, and he's going to make the diving grab. Tag applied. On his way to third is Rabine.
Really good play in center field there. Range to get that ball. It looked like it was going to drop. That's possibly an RBI opportunity. Even better job by Rabine of base running there. Recognizing there's an opportunity to have that ball caught so he gets back to the bag. Then further recognizing that guy had to dive. He's going to have to collect himself off the carpet, get up, throw this ball. Plenty of speed to get into third. That's could prove to be pretty critical here coming up.
2 away. Into the plate is the number 9 hitter in Cole Hansen. First pitch shows bunt, pulled back. That's a ball. And there it is again, that bunting specialty for Hansen.
And now it's even more of a threat with a runner on third because it's a scoring opportunity.
Coach Neal calling out the play. Hansen checking his card just to make sure he knows what's going on. 1-0. Goes down for 2-0.
I'm not going to be surprised if there is a steal on here just to get another guy in scoring position. Really a lot of pitches sprayed around the zone the first time up for Hansen. Probably not getting a lot to offer at here either. Good opportunity to steal.
2-0. Outside, 3-0 to Hansen. If we continue on, back up to the top of the order we'd go with Hayden Reese.
No, not on 3-0, not going to steal here. Probably even going to keep the lead a little bit closer. Nothing silly.
Wilson fires, bunt showing, ball call, and now we're all loaded up. 4-pitch walk. So back up to the top of the order, the third time through the order now. Hayden Reese will step to the plate, and Bauer going to come out and chat with Wilson here real quick. And what do you think they're going to chat about here?
I think more than anything, seeing 4 straight balls that weren't incredibly close to the zone, really what Bauer's message is, we just got to get some type of soft contact here, live on the edges, bring it back closer to the zone, and be competitive with these pitches. Those pitches that Hansen saw there, not a one of them was incredibly competitive. It's the top of the order, so we do have to be a little bit careful, but we can't just give away bases. We have nowhere to put Reese if you're Bauer.
So Reese steps in, bags loaded, 2 away, bottom 4. Reese looking for his first hit of the afternoon and takes the first pitch and fouls it into the nets.
Pretty close to straight back that time for Hayden Reese. He's getting close to on time here. So now it's just a matter of finding the center of that baseball and putting it somewhere where we can get runs across.
0-1. Up high. 1-1 to Reese, batting .324 on the year, has 15 ribbies.
Really good patience by Reese there. That ball up in his eyes. Looks really good. Hard to get on top of, though.
Outside. 2-1.
And this is where, as base runners, you got to be alert. This is an action pitch. The pitcher's falling behind in the count now. He's probably going to give something to offer at. If you're Hayden Reese, you're looking for something to hit hard.
2-1. Strike there, evens up the count at 2-2.
That one's tough. It's inside. It's a good one to turn on, but if you jam yourself, it's really hard to put that ball anywhere useful.
Fouled into the nets. Count remains 2-2.
Good job of getting a piece of that, spoiling it, getting to the next pitch. As a hitter, you're always looking to get to the next pitch until you get the one you're looking for.
2-2, 2 away, bottom 4, 1-0 Arrows. Outside, fills up the count, 3-2. Rabine on third, Hemmerich second. Hansen is over on first.
And full counts, especially in a situation like this, they're tough as a hitter because you want to make sure that you cover everything, but a walk is a run. So you got to make sure you protect the edges.
And that's going to go down for ball 4. So base on balls. They'll say hit by pitch. And Reese will head to first. Rabine will score. It's 2-0 Arrows.
The way the umpire came out from behind the plate there, I have a feeling if that had not been ball 4, Hayden Reese would probably still be working on this at bat. But the way he came out, it was already ball 4 at that point. So just make sure it's known it's dead. You get the walk and get the run.
Mitch Olson to the plate now for the purple and gold. First pitch goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Olson. He's reached once tonight, but still looking for his first hit. He was hit by the pitch back in the first.
Wilson having a hard time keeping that ball on the corners now, bleeding a lot of pitches on the inside.
Sends that one for a ride over in right field. Backpedaling Christopherson. He'll grab it for the final out of the inning. Watertown will tack on a run. No hits, and we'll leave them loaded up. We've played 4 complete, 2-0 Arrows. This is Post 17 TV.
Rising Star Hydraulics of Watertown specializes in the fabrication of round, shaped, square, and rectangular tube, as well as solid, flat, and channel stock. Rising Star Hydraulics has a core belief of outstanding customer service. You can expect great service on all orders placed. They track your order from purchase to final inspection, even after it's been shipped. Visit RisingStarHYD.com for more information. Good luck to Arrows baseball this season from Rising Star Hydraulics.
In the heart of South Dakota, where community and traditions thrive, ReliaBank has been a trusted presence for over a century. From our humble beginnings in 1920, we've grown alongside our communities, committed to financial success and community betterment. At ReliaBank, hometown customer service isn't just a promise, it's our legacy. Your success is our success, so let's keep growing together. Today, tomorrow, and for the next 100 years. Experience banking where hometown values still matter.
Midwest Foam and Coatings LLC is a family-owned and operated full-service insulation company specializing in spray foam application and energy efficiency. They offer all types of insulation like spray foam, blown-in cellulose, blown-in fiberglass, and fiberglass bats. Midwest Foam and Coatings also does insulation removal along with specialty coating that can restore rubber and metal roof systems. Visit their website for more information at mwfoam.com. Good luck to the Watertown Post 17 baseball team from Midwest Foam and Coatings.
Harris, Wagner, and Kaler due up here for Brookings in the top half of the 5th inning. Arrows on top, 2-0. 0-2 the count here to Jay Harris as Cato continues coming into the inning at 69 pitches. Rung him up. Strike 3, 7th K for Cato, and the first out of the inning.
Really important start there for Cato. Not messing around, 3 straight pitches, 3 straight strikes. You got 7-8 up to bat here. This is where you want to make your hay and make sure nothing crazy happens.
Wagner to the plate. He'll take in a first pitch for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Nolan Wagner. Kind of feel the air cooling off a little bit here at the stadium. Storm's kind of around us right now. That pitch goes low, 2-0.
Sun went away, the clouds are rolling in. It has that feel of we're going to get a little bit of something.
It does. Strike the call, 2-1 for Wagner.
Really interesting dichotomy to this game. Brookings getting a few hits around, but never really getting a solid threat.
Sent into center field there. Pitkin grabs it for the second out of the inning.
And if you're the Arrows, you have quite a few balls in play, which, I mean, the old phrase in baseball is sometimes it's about hitting it where they ain't, right? It's about getting the ball in play, and the rest has to kind of figure itself out. The Arrows have 2 runs, but no hits to go along with them. Baseball's funny like that.
John Kaler takes in a first pitch strike for the Bandits.
9-hitter here for the Bandits. Cato probably, again, going to be giving him a lot of fastballs.
Swung on and missed, 0-2.
Set him down with a heavy sinker inside corner last time. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes back to it.
Outside there, 1-2, just kind of drove that pitch a little too fast.
Right.
bored.
When you need a little fun, head to the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day. Have all your favorites and all kinds of fun. Make it a buffet day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
In many sports, a winning team needs strength, strategy, and amazing execution. The same is true for investing. Wells Fargo Advisors is here to help you reach your goals with customized strategies and sophisticated planning tools. Wells Fargo Advisors, professional advice, innovative insights, a team that's invested in you. In Watertown, call Heath Rylands today at 605-882-7145. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer, and a separate non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo Company.
Oh, wow, look at that mower. It's a Skag mower. Man, that looks like a comfortable ride. The job it's doing on that yard, it's knocking it out of the park. And boy, that mower can move. What I wouldn't do to have that mower.
What's the call,
The moment you know you want a Skag. Skag. Simply the best.
Bottom 5, Pitkin, Briggs, and Juergens due up for the Arrows here in this half inning of work as Breck Wilson continues up on the hill here for Brookings, which is pitch count coming up here in just a moment.
If you're the Arrows, this is the perfect part of the lineup to have up. Third time through, this is where a lot of damage happens. It doesn't matter what level of baseball. This is the time where bad things can happen to defenses.
First pitch fouled into the backstop here for Pitkin for a strike.
Good pitch there by Wilson to live that out on the edge, knowing Pitkin, guy that really likes to attack the baseball, got him a little bit off balance.
0-1. Into the net once again as Pitkin falls in the hole at 0-2. Wilson at 62 pitches.
Now, you compare that to Cato, who started last inning at almost 70. That's a little bit more efficient for Wilson, but I think that comes from the approaches at the plate for the Arrows.
Outside, 1-2.
Watertown, I'm not going to say over-aggressive in the box, but they're looking to hit the baseball. And sometimes you get that where you're not getting it square, you're not punishing pitchers, and they can be efficient like that.
Swung on and missed for strike number 3 and the first out of the inning. That'll bring to the plate Nathan Briggs, who is looking for his first hit of the afternoon. Arrows have no hits in the ball game, but 2 runs on the board.
I won't be surprised if we see something from Briggs kind of in that right center gap, just making sure he sees the baseball all the way, find a way to square something, and get a little rally started.
First pitch, just a bit outside for a ball.
And that pitch, a good example of why right center is kind of the area I'm targeting. They're living away from Briggs at this point, only coming in when they need to.
Briggs is lined out twice. To short and to first. That one's going to take a hop, 2-0.
And I think with no runners on, no pressure, they're probably going to try and live out of the zone a little bit, see if Briggs wants to get himself out, but take their chances with him on.
Outside, 3-0. Watertown got their runs across in both the second and the fourth inning. Left them loaded up in the fourth.
And that's the dangerous part about an approach of we'll live to see the next batter. Watertown has done damage when they've gotten guys on, and basically it's by Brookings defense helping them do that on their own. So just walking a guy on maybe isn't necessarily the right approach, and it's hard to say if that's actually the intent here.
3-1, and that's going to go for a ball. So a base on balls and a man on here for Watertown in the fifth. Talon Juergens to the plate now for the Arrows.
And without knowing a lot about Wilson, 70 pitches might be where he starts to fatigue. So this could be an area where it starts to kind of loosen up a little bit if you're Watertown at the plate.
First pitch for Juergens goes down for a ball, and Briggs had a big run, big lead over on first and got back quickly.
And really what that is that ball gets in the dirt, and Briggs has a really good secondary there, but he realized that ball got covered, so he had to get back.
Throw to first is not in time. Now, like I say, balk. So Briggs is going to head over to second.
Roach going to come out and ask kind of what the balk is about. It looks like what the umpire is explaining to him effectively is when you go to make that jump move, your feet have to move simultaneously. You can't move one leg before the other, and it looks like that's what the field umpire is calling. Effectively is the front leg moved first and the back leg followed. So you can't swing gate it. Those 2 feet have to move simultaneously.
Helps to have an umpire in the booth tonight.
It's the curse of baseball, right? You get to do it all, and you learn a lot awfully quick. Now, I've been at it for a little while, so, and that's especially in baseball more than any other sport. There's not a super clear signal. We do a lot of audible calls, so we know it's a balk based on the fact that he yelled balk, but then to interpret how or why it happened.
So to the plates. Talon Juergens has a 1-0 count with Briggs now on second. Had to get out of the way, and hit by pitch will be called. Talon will reach, and there's 2 on here for Watertown.
I'm a little surprised, no mound visit here. My personal opinion as a coach, it looks like Wilson's showing a lot of signs of fatigue. So at the very least, getting out there and talking to him. Like I said, I don't know what his typical pitch counts look like, but he's starting to leave a lot of baseballs in at this point.
No action either in the Brookings bullpen right now as the runners go. We'll get a throw to third. He will not be in time. A second double steal in the ball game.
And that time, that steal happens because of the double steal earlier with Lake. They saw the speed and strength at which Bauer clears behind the batter, and they said, okay, now we have even better runners on, and we can take that relatively easy.
1-0. Ooh, played the limbo there. 2-0. My knees would have been done right there.
It's quite the movement to bend that way.
2-0. Fouled into the dirt, 2-1.
Most guys built like me would have just stepped backward instead of trying to pull a Neo from the Matrix.
Well, they have 1 and 2. I had 2 and 1. So 1 and 2 the count. Infield playing in. That one's going to pop up, and we'll go into the seats. So 1 and 2 remain the counts.
And not a bad approach on that swing. It looked like trying to maybe get that ball to the outfield, to the right field. You have a runner on third, less than 2 outs. Really, you're trying to get something into the grass, past the infielders, especially as they're drawing in, something that we can get a tag up on.
1-2 pitch. Rung him up. Struck 3. Second out of the inning, and the second K for Wilson in the inning. Trayton Hemrick will step to the plate now here for Watertown.
Good spot for Hemrick here to Wilson has hit him twice. He's probably not going to try and live on the inner half here. He's probably going to give him something to hit. For Hemrick, good opportunity to hit something to the right side, maybe get a couple of RBIs.
First pitch, go up high for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes to Hemrick. Popped up, and we'll go into the parking lots. 1-1.
Pretty good pitch to hit. Just missed it a little bit under it. Sometimes as a hitter, you see that ball start to move, and your eyes see it, but your hands react to it almost too much, and you get hands and barrel under that baseball.
That pitch is outside, 2-1. Still 2 away and 2 on here for Watertown, both in scoring position. Juergens on his second, Briggs on third.
2-1 here, a good opportunity to look for something to hit, but you can still be patient.
Swung on and missed, evens it up now at 2-2.
Now you switch your mindset a little bit. Now you're thinking, I got to put this in place somewhere. Yep, Hemrick chokes up a little bit, making sure we can cover everything. The biggest thing is just get the ball in play at this point, somewhere.
Wilson fires. Ball. Full count now here to Hemrick with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th inning.
That ball called high drew a little bit of groans from the crowd, but I think that's a good call. From up here, it looks like that ball is above the hands.
3-2 pitch. Ball 4. So base on balls, and Watertown has loaded them up with 2 outs here in the bottom of 5. To the plate now is Jonathan Lake.
Lake, couple of good stings to the baseball. Nothing that has been line drive. He had that ball towards center field that was kind of getting out there. So right now, good candidate for RBIs. He's the one that's putting the ball in play, I'm going to say, most effectively at this point.
Went 3 for 4 at the plates in Game 2 against Pierre on Friday afternoon. Takes the first pitch, ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Lake. Reached on the air back in the second, flew out in the 4th. Outside. 2-0 to Lake, who's batting .301 on the year, has 22 RBIs.
And if you're Lake, you can look for something pretty nice to hit here. You're up 2-0, a walk's a run. You can be really choosy on this.
Wilson fires. Ball. 3-0. If we continue on, it'll be Cole Hansen.
I'd be surprised if Lake's got a green light here. Walks the run, and there hasn't been a lot of pitches near the plate at this point.
Oh, had to duck, and that's a 4-pitch walk, which will walk in a run at 3-0 Arrows.
Looks like Krogman's going to make the walk out here. Myself as a coach, I'd love to have seen this a couple of batters ago before you got into this jam, just to see where we're at. And again, nobody in the bullpen, so it looks like Wilson's wearing this. This is his inning one way or another.
What do you talk about in a situation like this with your pitcher?
Really, as a coach, I'm walking out there, and Krogman seems pretty confident in where he's at. This is really more about getting your legs back under you. This is an opportunity for you to relax, get your legs off the mound and off the rubber a little bit, just in terms of the effort that goes into every single pitch. And then making sure that Wilson knows this is the bottom of the lineup. This is the 9-hitter. This is our spot to go get him, minimize our damage. 1 run is where we can leave it, and you'll have done a pretty good job.
Cole Hansen to the plate now, still loaded up with 2 away, bottom 5. Wilson fires in, bunt goes foul down the third base line. Interestingly enough, still no hits for Watertown in the ballgame.
And that's the first time that out of all of the opportunities Hansen has at least squared to bunt, he's actually offered at one and missed it, just pushed it a little too far.
Strike there as Hansen falls in the hole, now at 0-2.
Really important that the runners are active here. A lot of moving pitches, a lot of curveballs, sliders. Anything in the dirt is an opportunity to score.
Outside. 1-2 to Hansen. He's walked twice in this game. Swung on and missed. Strike number 3. And the final out of the inning. Watertown gets a run on no hits. Leave them loaded up once again. 5 complete. 3-0 Arrows. This is Post 17 TV.
Looking for a way to show your school spirit and support the Watertown School District? With the Arrow Spirit card from American Bank and Trust, you can do both. Every time you use your Arrow Spirit debit card, a portion of your purchase goes right back to the school, helping fund important programs and activities. It's a win for you and a big win for our students. Visit your local American Bank and Trust at 1715 First Avenue Northeast today to sign up and make a difference with every swipe. American Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
I'm bored.
When you need a little fun, head to the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade. For good food and good times, make it a buffet day and a play day. Have all your favorites and all kinds of fun. Make it a buffet day at the Pizza Ranch and Fun Zone Arcade.
In many sports, a winning team needs strength, strategy, and amazing execution. The same is true for investing. Wells Fargo Advisors is here to help you reach your goals with customized strategies and sophisticated planning tools. Wells Fargo Advisors, professional advice, innovative insights, a team that's invested in you. In Watertown, call Heath Rylands today at 605-882-7145. Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer, and a separate non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo Company.
Top 6, 3-0 Arrows. Brookings will go back up to the top of the order the third time through the order. Christofferson, Schneider, and Plummer due up now here for Brookings. Cato continues his crusade up on the hill. Get you his pitch count coming up here in a moment.
Looks like maybe a baseball got a little loose there in center field. Pitkin having to jog out to the fence and back.
Just keeping loose. First pitch goes down for ball to Christofferson. 80 pitches for Cato so far in the game. Two-0.
Pretty good spot there. I think maybe just the ball coming in, left-handed batter looks a little bit different sometimes.
Got him there, 2-1. Christofferson, 1 for 2 on the afternoon. Fouled that one away, 2-2.
Good work by Cato here, getting back even in the count. If you're a hitter, you're behind at this point. If you're a pitcher, you think of it as even and you got to finish up your work. So we're going to see what he elects to go with here, trying to keep himself in this game for the last couple of innings.
2-2. Ball there, fills up the count now at 3-2.
Not a bad breaking ball, but consistently all night that pitch has been called high. Just doesn't quite get down when it's crossing over the plate.
Rung him up, strike number 3, and the 8th K for Cato in the ball game. Cooper Schneider continues. We'll step into the batter's box here for Brookings.
Christofferson not happy with that sinker called strike 3, shaking his head as he walks away. There's probably a couple pitches in the at-bat that were a little bit closer to the middle of the zone than that one was. So at the end of the day, the result probably is what it was going to end up being.
First pitch into Schneider goes down for a ball. 1 ball, no strikes here to Cooper Schneider. 1 for 2, had a single back in the first, struck out in the third. Takes the ball there, 2-0.
Cato speeding up his pace a little bit here. He seems to be a little bit more efficient when he slows it down just a tad.
Strike, 2-1.
That one, he took a little extra time, got focused and balanced. Let's see if he gets even here on this pitch.
Swung on and missed, makes it even at 2-2.
Another spot, attack the zone. It's the two-hitter. Nobody's on. You're not going to get hurt too bad.
Rung him up. Strike number 3, the 9th K for Cato. And the second out of the inning. He must know storms are knocking on our door. Winston Plummer due up now here for the Bandits.
And again, Plummer, Cato's opportunity to really heat up that big fastball, put it up above the bat there, and make him go fishing for it.
First pitch takes a hop.
Not if he shorts his feet, though, and spikes it at 55.
It was more of a kickball than anything. Slow and bouncy. That's the way I always had it growing up. 1-0. Into the dirt, 1-1.
And the umpire delayed there, thinking that first one got a piece of Lake. And Lake said, no, that one didn't catch me. This one, though, fouled down into the dirt. Lake definitely felt that one.
He had one, about a month and a half ago that got him a ricocheted off and got him in a very sensitive area. And we were down for a little bit, and I think we were all up here in the booth feeling bad for him. That one's going to go down for a strike. 1-2 the counts.
I've been catching for now 30 years, and sometimes you get ones that aren't as fun.
Rung him up. Strike number 3, the 10th K for Cato. Final out of the inning is not the Bobcats. The Bandits go down in the order. No runs, no hits, no one left on bag. We're off to the bottom of 6. 3-0 Arrows. This is Post 17 TV.
At Plains Commerce Bank, we don't just work in your community. We're a part of it. This is our home, where you'll find us lending a helping hand, cheering for our favorite team, or sharing a meal. It's what we do, what we've always done, and we'll continue to be here for you as long as you need us. We're Plains Commerce Bank, committed to our community's future.
With new McValue at McDonald's, you'll get more than you expect. Like buy a double cheeseburger and add Chicken McNuggets for $1. Because 6 finals calls for a 6-piece Chicken McNuggets. Get more than you expect with new McValue.
We head to bottom of 6. Watertown will go back up to the top of the order, the 4th time through the order. It'll be Reese, Olson, and Pitkin as Breck Wilson continues up on the hill here for the Bandits.
And Wilson maybe having a little bit of a discussion there in between innings to assess fatigue levels. The bullpen's active now for the Bandits.
First pitch popped up, fouled off. 0-1 here to Reese.
Reese searching a little bit at the plate, got his hands extended there, almost jammed himself on an inside pitch there.
92 for Wilson so far in the game. So that one's going to be popped up into right field, riding the first baseline, and coming in will be Christopherson for the first out of the inning. One away, and to the plate now is Mitch Olson. We'll have the senior night festivities following this game. It will be streamed here on Post 17 TV.
And that fly out there, kind of a good example of the discussion around launch angles, right? He drops that barrel a little bit and gets that, instead of driving it away, gets that kind of fly ball off to right.
0-1 here to Mitch Olson. Mitch, 0 for 3. Did reach, though. He was hit by a pitch in the first. Oof, you can just feel that cold air coming in. It's chilly. It's nice.
Yep. And Olson, his last at bat, we talked about in his second time through, he's probably going to square one. Got a really nice hit out towards right. It got chased down, but, I mean, we at least forced the right fielder to go back. He's getting closer, so I won't be surprised if we see pretty sharp single here, maybe a double if we're lucky.
1-1 to Olson. Popped up, and we'll go foul. 1-2 to Olson.
Olson just missing that one. And an approach like this, hitting hard baseballs like that, you can see why USF really looking to add a left-handed bat like Olson to their lineup.
Outside 2-2. That is a grounder right to the first baseman, Hyde, for the easy out, the second one of the inning.
I know the result in the book just goes as 3 unassisted, but by far, that is the sharpest hit baseball we've seen for Watertown tonight. It came off the bat pretty strong, took a good hop. Brookings' first baseman did a good job coming up and attacking that bounce to make sure it didn't eat him up, but Olson's getting that much closer to breaking through.
Marcus Pitkin to the plate now for the Arrows, and he's going to launch that first pitch. Foul territory along the third base line, and coming in from short will be Schrader, and he's going to grab that one for the final out of the inning. Arrows go down in the order, no runs, no hits, no one left on bag. We've played 6 complete. We're off to the 7th, 3-0 Arrows. This is Post 17 TV.
As one of the nation's strongest financial organizations, First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card have the strength to do good. We support nearly 700 organizations and nonprofits. Our employees give more than 30,000 volunteer hours annually. And we are continually seeking ways to make South Dakota an even better place to live. It's the Premier way. First Premier Bank and Premier Bank Card.
At Active Heating, you could say we specialize in comfort, heating and air conditioning, plumbing, air and water quality. Active Heating is ready. Too hot or too cold? Our certified comfort experts for Coleman Heating and Cooling Equipment can help. Don't let a leak drain your bank account. Our plumbers can handle it. Improve your air and water quality with an air purifier and reverse osmosis system from Active Heating, your local Coleman dealer. Active Heating of Watertown and Brookings, your comfort experts.
Between working on our farm and being a surgical nurse here at Prairie Lakes for 43 years, my shoulders have been through a lot. I needed a different kind of surgery. It's called a reverse total shoulder replacement. Different shoulders are different. With surgeons like Dr. Johnston here in Watertown, I didn't need a different city, just a different plan.
Prairie Lakes Healthcare System. Your health, our mission.
Hyde, Antonin, and Bauer due up for Brookings. Top of 7. Hyde with a 1-2 count from Cato as the lights come on here at the stadium. 2-2 the counts.
Cato,
go ahead.
Cato looking to finish up his work here.
Outside, full count 3-2. Again, we'll have the senior night festivities following this game. We'll stream it here on Post 17 TV.
Full count's not what you're looking for when you're coming into the 7th inning of a ball game like this.
That one's going to be picked up there, and the out applied. Cato had that ricochet off his glove. Briggs came in and grabbed it, tossed it over to Juergens for the first out of the inning.
Two really good things on that play. First of all, deflection by Cato there. Briggs scrambles, redirects to that baseball, collects it, quick release. Great job by Juergens there to hold the bag on a throw that's a little bit offline, but it kind of becomes a gotta have it in that situation. Holds the bag, gets the out, huge to keep Cato on the bump here.
Tyson Antonin continues in his first pitch. Will go down for a ball as that one gets past Lake. 1 ball, no strikes here to Antonin. Ball. 2-0.
And Cato starting to show little signs of fatigue, right? Throwing it to the backstop, a little bit low there. So if you're Lake, if he walks him here, maybe not a bad idea. Just go get his legs under him, get him an opportunity to breathe. Getting late into the pitch count and late into the game, it's hard to keep those mechanics repeatable every single time.
We'll see Cato probably pulled here very, very soon as he's over 100 pitches. 3-0. Strike. 3-1.
Just a little get-me-over fastball there. Now he's probably going to show him a little something. Defense better be ready.
Ball 4. So base on balls, and there's a man on here for Brookings, and I believe that is all we're going to see for Cato here in the ball game. We're going to see a pitching change. We'll find out who that new pitcher is next. This is Post 17 TV.
Your starting lineup for KXLG Radio. Leading off at the front desk, Lori Kane. On the air, your power hitters, Jeremy Herbold, Ben Dilla, Jan Robson, Tim Williams, Gary Weckworth, Robin Givens, Doreen Foster, and Jaden Thomas. If it's news, Steve Jurens hits it out of the park. In sales, your closers, Andy Turback, Ben Dilla, Nicole Kraus, and Brody Reese. And skipper, Melissa Herbold. KXLG, your locally owned community radio station, still undefeated.
At Plains Commerce Bank, we don't just work in your community, we're a part of it. This is our home, where you'll find us lending a helping hand, cheering for our favorite team, or sharing a meal. It's what we do, what we've always done, and we'll continue to be here for you as long as you need us. We're Plains Commerce Bank, committed to our community's future.
Do something to launch your future at Lake Area Tech. It's a living, working, thought-producing environment to help you level up in the workforce. Combined with hands-on training and real-world experience, you'll be ready to find a high-paying career you'll love right out of school, the way 99% of our graduates do. It's the best return on your college investment, the quickest path to your future success. Lake Area Tech, the start of something new.
New pitcher for Watertown is Carter Bisker as Cato's afternoon is done. And I was trying to get you Cato's line, and my phone froze up. So I'll try to get that coming up here in a moment. 3-0 our score in favor of the Arrows here in the top half of the 7th inning. There we go. Cato goes 6 1/3, 2 hits, no runs, none earned. 11 Ks and 3 strikeouts. Jace Bauer to the plate now here for the Bandits. First pitch going to be popped up, playable for the infield. Himmerich tracking it down, finds it, and he'll fake the throw to first as Antonin will get back safely 2 away.
And Antonin there, don't be fooled. It may be playing a little mind games, but the way he reacted when he got back to first definitely was a brain cramp. And if you're Bisker, your job's pretty simple here. Live in the zone, get these last couple of outs. Antonin on first can't hurt you. Even the guy in the box can't hurt you.
First pitch goes down to Jay Harris for a ball.
So very simply, just put the ball in the zone, force them to use the bat. You've played good defense all night. Keep that up.
That's low, 2-0. Harris 0 for 2 on the night. Did reach in the third on a base on balls. Swung on and missed, 2-1.
Better job there of getting that ball at the zone, forcing him to use the bat a little bit, swing it, and now you just got to keep that up.
Ground ball, playable for Briggs. He'll scoop it up, toss across in time, and that is the ball game as the Arrows will take game one, 3-0. Let's get our post-game statistics. We'll first start out with the Bandits. Christofferson will have a hit. Schneider will have a hit. Just 2 hits for the Bandits in 21 at-bats, 3 walks and 11 strikeouts. Wilson goes 6, 3 runs, 1 earned, 3 strikeouts and 5 walks. For the Arrows, no hits in the ball game. 20 at-bats, 3 runs, 2 RBIs, 5 walks and 3 strikeouts. As Rylance will go 6 1/3, 2 hits, 11 Ks and 3 walks. Bisker goes a third of an inning and all zeros on the board. Watertown wins game one, 3-0. The senior activities will start here in a moment, and we'll stream them here on Post 17 TV. First up, we'd like to introduce our senior, Hayden Reese, son of Ben and April Reese. Hayden plans to attend Mount Marty College in Yankton, where he'll major in biology while playing baseball for the Lancers. Hayden's favorite baseball memory is winning back-to-back state championships as a member of the Gray and Black Sox teams. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for our senior, Hayden Reese. Next up, Mitch Olson, son of Scott and Jenny Olson. Mitch plans to attend the University of Sioux Falls to play baseball and major in business administration. His favorite baseball memory is winning 3 straight state tournaments from ages 12 to 14. Ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for Mitch Olson. Now introducing Triton Hemrick, son of Jason and Michelle Hemrick. Triton plans to attend Mount Marty College, where he will major in exercise science and play baseball for the Lancer program. Triton's favorite baseball memory is winning back-to-back state titles as 13 and 14-year-olds. Ladies and gentlemen, Triton Hemrick. Now introducing number 8, Max Dilla, son of Jim and Carrie Dilla. Max's future plans to attend South Dakota State University Honors College to major in applied mathematics. Max was also WHS Class of 2025 valedictorian. His favorite baseball memory is getting to spend every summer with his friends. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Max Dillon. Now introducing number 14, Talon Jurgens, son of Carrie and Christy Jurgens. Talon plans to attend Dakota State University in Madison to play baseball and major in computer science. Talon's favorite baseball memory includes winning back-to-back state titles in the Gray and Black Sox years and the Omaha trips with the boys. Ladies and gentlemen, Talon Jurgens. Now introducing number 16, Caden Rylance, son of Heath and Ann Rylance. Caden plans to attend South Dakota State University to play baseball, majoring in business economics. Caden's favorite baseball memory is beating Harrisburg in extra innings in the state tournaments last year. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Rylance. Now please put your hands together for number 20, Nash Berg, son of Shannon and Jenny Berg. Next year, Nash plans to attend Dakota State University and play baseball and major in business management. Nash's favorite baseball memory were bus rides to Omaha. Ladies and gentlemen, Nash Berg. And finally introducing our final senior, Nathan Briggs, son of Ryan and Stacy Briggs. Nathan plans to attend Wayne State College to major in criminal justice and participate in baseball for the Wildcat program. His favorite baseball memory is just hanging out with the team, joking around in the dugouts, and making memories off the field and on the field. Please give it up to Nathan Briggs. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Watertown Arrow Seniors, Hayden Reese, Mitch Olson, Trayton Hemrick, Max Dilla, Talon Jurgens, Caden Rylance, Nash Berg, and Nathan Briggs.
You've been watching coverage of Watertown Arrows baseball on Post 17 TV. This has been a presentation of the Watertown Baseball Association. Game 2 is in 30 minutes on Post 17 TV.